Welcome to Stitches in Time, the podcast discussing Doctor Who the way it was meant to be watched, in chronological order, one clip at a time, starting at the Big Bang and ending with the heat death of the universe. I'm Becca, the Matrix Archivist, and I spent the last 13 years of my life meticulously editing the entire televised Doctor Who universe into chronological order.
And I'm Ben, and if John Pertwee was blathering on about his problems to me, I'd probably try to distract him with a flower too.
Uh-huh.
If I'd zoned out, I'd be like, oh, look at that! And then...
I like this. I like this new headcanon. And also
I don't think there was a wise old hermit. I think there was some guy that a young the Doctor would just, like, go up and be like, hey, do you have games on your phone? No, let me tell you what happened at school today. So...
He was like, well, this guy looks old, so he must be a wise hermit.
Right.
And it's just
I like that
grandpa.
it's like, this guy looks old. He was probably like in his early 40s. Just like...
Yeah, he's really old, man. He was like 39.
Or maybe he just didn't speak like Gallifrey. Maybe he's not from around there. So the Doctor just like was like spouting off at him for an hour, and he's just like, I don't know how to answer. I'll just point at a flower. Let's see if that works.
Yeah, I think the key thing about that particular story is he didn't say anything. He just pointed at a flower, and then you, the Doctor, derived your own meaning from it. But what really happened was this guy was like, I'm dying, I've been poisoned, that's the only cure. There's no stories about this hermit after this point. It's just an old man who was poisoned.
I think, if anything, the old man was just pointing at the flower that makes you wise. And so he was saying, this is how I became wise. That's the flower that makes you wise.
And he's like, wow, you're right. And then he just steps like, man, you should have eaten the fucking flower, you dumb kid. I hope something grabs you from under the bed.
Maybe the real wisdom in that moment is you can derive meaning from anything.
Yeah.
You know? Maybe it was just pointing in a random direction, and there's like, you know, oh yeah, if I'd pointed that way, it would have been like a weird bush. If I'd pointed that way, it would have been like a...
It was the bushiest bush I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
There's something else I could say there, but I won't.
Okay. And yes, and also joining us once again is Ivy
It's me, it's Ben. Hi, how you doing? Oh no,
YouTuber, writer. Fuck you, Ben. You don't get your own me introducing you moment. YouTuber, writer, Circular Gallifreyan writer, nerd, cat mom, Ivy Hanover, protagonist Ivy. Thanks for coming back.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll see you
Good
later.
Talk.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for everyone for listening. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to tune in next week, we'll not talk about another episode.
Don't forget to smash that like button.
Ring that bell.
Eat that mouse. I don't know how to do internet.
That's cat YouTube.
Today we're talking about The Time Monster, parts 2, 3, 5, and 6. Because those are the bits that take place in Atlantis.
Well, when I was a little boy, we used to live in a house that was perched halfway up the top of a mountain. And behind our house, there sat under a tree an old man, a hermit, a monk.
I will not lie. When I woke up this morning and read your email with the full link, I was like, I hadn't watched anything because I've been busy editing Jump Leads, which, depending on when this episode drops, should already be out. The first episode is going to drop or has dropped on October 31st. Because I've been working on Jump Leads, so I'll just watch it in the morning. It's never a long one. We haven't done a long one in ages. It's the Time Monster. Like, oh, fudge. How much of this? And then realizing, it's only about 40 minutes of a 6-part serial was like being given a beautiful present.
Yeah, Jump Leads episode 1 is out. Go subscribe.
Listen to it. Yeah.
Smash that like button.
Smash that like button.
Subscribe.
Grind it into a paste.
Yeah.
Episode 2 drops this Friday.
Woohoo! It's very good. It's very funny. I've already listened to it because I'm writing music for it.
Yay!
And the music is also okay.
I'm very happy with the music so far.
It's no Ben's writing, but it is music.
Hey, I can count on one hand the number of times I've watched The Time Monster, and it's 1.5 thanks to watching this, because I'm on the record as not being a Pertwee fan. I do not like the Pertwee era. I don't really click with his take on the Doctor. I think that there are moments where Jon Pertwee can be very tender. I think the Daisy is Daisy moment is, I think, very, very sweet.
What did he say?
Nothing. Not a word. He just sat there silently, expressionless, and he listened whilst I poured out my troubles to him.
But I don't really click with his take of the Doctor very much, and it's not just because the whole unit era is very different from the rest of the show. I'm fine with that. The problem I have is I just don't click with his Doctor, and I once made someone cry at a birthday party by telling them I didn't like Jon Pertwee.
How young was that child then?
Was it their birthday?
It was not their birthday. No.
Oh.
It was Sean Pertwee, and I just don't click with Jon Pertwee's run of the Doctor. So I don't. Those are not episodes that I go back and rewatch very often. There's a couple that I do go like. I love the Time Warrior. This may condemn me in the eyes of all Doctor Who fans. I like Invasion of the Dinosaurs. I can get past the kind of crappy stop motion on a BBC budget approach to that episode. I think that the story is interesting enough. It's not great, but I really enjoy it. Most of the rest of Pertwee's era, I don't like Spearhead from Space. I think it looks like the shop window dummies coming to life thing is really the only smart thing in Spearhead from Space, and I think the rest of that serial coasts by on looking the best Doctor Who has ever looked, specifically because of industrial action at the BBC that prevented them from filming on video in a studio. It is the best classic Doctor Who ever looks because it was all shot on film. But I don't like the Pertwee era, and I will go out of my way to avoid it. And we did Carnival of Monsters recently, and it's fine. It's fine. It's not the worst. I enjoy Carnival of Monsters, but I'm not choosing to watch any of these Pertwee serials. They're being inflicted upon me by Becca.
Mm-hmm. And that's really the point of this podcast, is to make Ben do things they don't want to do.
This is all I've seen of this serial. Although I do like the Third Doctor, it's just I have to be in such the right headspace and attention span to watch classic Doctor Who, which as a Gen Z person who watches way too many Instagram reels, I am very rarely in that moment of attention. So this is all I've seen of it, although I've heard many things about it.
It's okay. It's not my favorite. It's not my least favorite. I feel pretty neutral about it. But I do like, I like timey-wimey things.
Yeah.
Which this episode has. And in fact, this is the second time we're talking about this episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had a clip when the Doctor and the Master's TARDISes are on board each other, and they're just kind of drifting aimlessly through space, stuck on each other's TARDISes. We talked about that.
I think they got a word for that
a few months ago.
I don't know if it's appropriate though. Sorry.
Is it? It's
I'm
marked
not
as explicit podcast.
If you know, you know. I liked this episode because I like the Third Doctor, not the episode, the clips, I should say. And his dynamic with Joe and the Master as like just a trio of characters. For me, the Third Doctor era, I really like it because it's so different almost, and I think to me it's the most where I feel like I'm watching kind of a cozy Saturday cartoon kind of vibe. Like, I don't know, there's just something that's very safe about and I don't mean writing wise, I just mean vibe wise with the Third Doctor in his era. I don't know how to explain it. It's like
That's fair.
Like chicken noodle soup when you're sick, to me, is how the Third Doctor era is.
That's how I feel about Star Trek Voyager. I do not like Star Trek Voyager, but the number of times I would be home from school because I was sick, so I'd be sitting on the couch with a bowl of tinned ravioli and watching Star Trek Voyager and Diagnosis Murder. Like, Voyager's not my favorite Star Trek show, but it is a comfort show. And yeah, that's how
I just had like a sensory flashback to the taste of canned ravioli when you said that. That was very vivid, which took me by surprise. It's still there. Still there.
Incredible.
That's amazing.
You know, the great thing about human connection is it really can take us across time and space when you think about it.
Yeah. Time travel has always been possible in dreams and on podcasts, I guess.
And through the power of canned ravioli.
Ravioli. Give me the time travelioli.
the can of Chef Boyardee was actually rolling back in time when you think about it.
Everything's been leading to this moment. Oh my gosh.
Actually, the can is actually just a form of a TARDIS, and that's just, yeah.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in 1530 BCE, and this is about 37 minutes of time. I think the thing that I really love about the Third Doctor's era, more than anything else, I would say, is probably Roger Delgado as the Master. Because it's just, he's so good. He's really good. And he's good in this. I love that this clip is like mainly just the Master and that Queen like wanting to fuck.
I prefer this master. He would not cloy upon the tongue as Hippias does.
He is a very handsome man, lady.
Handsome. Aye, he looked well enough.
I am so glad you brought that up. I have a paper somewhere where I wrote down my comments, and one of those comments was something along the lines of, wow, he's really rizzing this woman up, isn't he?
It's so true.
But that is one of the things I commented, because I was like, oh yeah, he's probably, gonna do the little hypnotism, I'm the master and you will obey me, yada yada. And then he just kind of like kept talking smooth to her. I'm like, whoa, okay, okay.
The reins of power, Lady Queen, should be in stronger hands. Hands such as yours.
Shoot your shot, I guess.
He's just really into the most cleavage that is humanly possible. Which I can't really fault him for.
He was just trying to make the Doctor jealous.
That makes sense. I was, when I was figuring out my outfit, I was like, I could go with the toga for ancient Greece, or I could go with something that is just like the most deep V cut in honor of the most cleavage ever shown on Doctor Who.
I did briefly consider putting on horn accessories for the Minotaur, and I still can if you want me to.
I can't make that decision for you.
Samson, what should I do? I'm gonna go grab him. Hang on.
Perfect.
I have to remove him from my lap. I'm sorry. I just didn't know if it really fit Minotaur specifically, if they were giving Minotaur. But, hang on. I'm trying to remember how you put him on. I think it's just like this.
There we are.
Through the power of Spirit Halloween, my outfit has become more relevant to the episode.
That's amazing. I'm so glad that they opened that Spirit Halloween in your bedroom.
Yeah.
I would like to make a proposal. Whenever a Doctor Who villain is defeated, the final shot of any classic Doctor Who serial should be Spirit Halloween hanging a banner up outside their headquarters or tower or mansion or...
Yeah, I think that's perfect.
Like, how much better would the end of time be if it cut to an exterior shot of the Naismith mansion and someone's pulling up a Spirit Halloween banner?
I love the idea that there's like a full like war banner instead of just like the typical sign.
Yeah.
Like they.
Or like at the end of Trial of a Time Lord, when the Time Lords are saying goodbye to the Sixth Doctor and Mel, there's just two people in the background like unfurling.
Or in what is it? Gridlock maybe, when it was one of the new Earth episodes where they're selling the feelings. Like he comes back after they've closed up shop and they're opening it up and it's
all Spirit
Halloween
just three competing Spirit Halloweens.
Oh my gosh.
There's like 10 of them.
The best part of this is that somebody can make this fairly easily, I feel. Somebody can just listeners, if you're so inclined and you have a little bit of visual effects ability, pick your favorite Doctor Who episode and put a Spirit Halloween at the end of it.
Yeah.
Or I'll just claim it for Twitter clout.
Yeah.
In time for the holidays.
Yeah, perfect.
Wait,
That's
this will have aired. This will have aired after Halloween, which means
That's
all
true.
the Spirit Halloweens will have started closing.
What takes the place of a Spirit Halloween?
A Dollar General.
Yeah, so this is a weird little bit because we start off with guy, the priest dude who's like 500 years old apparently.
Mm-hmm. We're finally talking about it. Okay, brilliant.
We don't have to. How old is the Doctor claim that he is at this point? Do we know? Is the priest guy older than the Doctor?
I think it's either before or after this year the Doctor tells someone he's been a scientist for several thousand and then never finishes his sentence.
Several thousand days is what he meant.
Yeah.
And then
been doing this for over 3 Earth years.
The second Doctor says he's about 450 and the fourth Doctor says he's about 750.
Okay. So they're probably about the same age, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Just like, maybe that's why they get on so well.
Yeah, almost certainly.
A couple of 500-year-old
besties.
Dudes. Besties!
You did it. You cracked the code.
Yeah, and then they so they're keeping Kronos, the which doesn't really, I guess it kind of appears later, but Kronos doesn't really shine until it's flying around the unit offices, being ridiculous, in my humble opinion. And yeah, so the master shows up and starts hitting on the buxom queen, who's into it. And then the thing that is really silly to me about that relationship is that, like, they're into each other. It's like clearly very like just visceral, like, oh, I just like, oh, I want him or whatever. And then the queen is like, or the master's like, yeah, I was just using you for your political power. And she's like so betrayed. And I'm like, did you not think that this was a possibility since you're the fucking queen?
Have you seen the show? Have you met the master?
She says things before that's like...
But his face, Lucky's, it was a face of power. A man with such a face would dare risk the world to win his own desire.
Yeah, did you not think to apply that logic to the rest of the situation?
Throw this out there. Maybe you nailed it on the head, and maybe if you'd been slightly less horny about it, you might have seen this coming.
The Riz was just too powerful. It was just off the charts.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just another opportunity for me to go on and on about the power and the glory of asexuality, because you won't go through this if you're ace. Just saying.
That's a fair point.
What does the Seventh Doctor's last companion have to do with...
Yeah, you won't go through this if you're Ace McShane.
Oh yeah, the second
Ace would have just blown him up.
That's true. Just like explosives.
Here's the thing. Ace is probably at least bisexual. So the Doctor needs a new companion called Bisexual who is canonically Ace.
Yes. Just to balance the scales of the universe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That checks out. That definitely checks out.
Is there a Doctor Who blog out there called Canonically Ace that is just a Sophie Aldred appreciation blog? And if not, Thump's Desk, why not?
Yeah. Well, look, maybe it's up to one of the three of us to start it. And
I think it would be problematic if I started a blog called Canonically Ace.
I just feel like, I mean, I've already written a whole musical about asexuality, so I feel like maybe I should take a break. I don't want to get typecast.
Maybe
written.
Maybe I could do it if you just take me under your wing as like an intern, so then I get
Yeah.
So if anybody's like, you're not asexual, what are you? I'm like, but I'm with Becca. I'm the intern, so this is my intern task.
Yeah, exactly. Internships actually are the closest that ace people are allowed to get emotionally to anyone else. So I'm very, I'm honored. Yes, let's pull the. No, I don't know. Everything I'm saying is problematic. Let's. Oh my god. I'm sorry, Ivy. I was just taken by your horns. Those are the horns of a woman who will stop at nothing to get what she wants.
Yeah. And that is a blog called Canonically Ace. I'm so invested in my role as an intern. I want to make you proud. I want to make Ben proud. I want to make everybody proud with my amazing new blog.
Love it.
What blogging platform will you be establishing for this on? LiveJournal.
Yeah.
TeenOpenDiary.com.
MySpace.
MySpace, your space, we all space for ice space.
And then Joe and the doctor get imprisoned.
Mm-hmm.
And the doctor tells a story about this old man who pointed at a flower and changed his life, apparently.
The colors were deeper and richer than anything you can possibly imagine. Yes, it was the daisiest daisy I'd ever seen.
Perfect. Yeah.
The daisiest daisy.
Oh, so sad. Look at that flower. That's the whole thing. That's the whole story.
Really is.
I wish I could tell you about the time where I was very, very sad. I was so sad. I saw a flower and I thought, fuck, a flower was so flowery. I was like, oh, it can't be that bad because there's a flower.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole story.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Nailed it. Oh, the John Pertwee fans are going to hate me for this one. I can't bring myself to care. I'm really, anytime I watch anything with Pertwee in it, I really struggle to navigate it mentally. I really do. Because it's just an era of Doctor Who that I just fully bounce off of. I would rather watch any Colin Baker serial, and I will choose to watch a Colin Baker serial over any Pertwee serial that you can name.
Wow.
Even the ones I like I don't. The Pertwee era I tried so hard to pay attention when I was watching this. It's like, I've got nothing. There's no gas in the tank for me for Pertwee. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be very useful this episode.
That's okay. The thing that weirds me out about Pertwee is every time he starts fighting, and it always takes me out of it because I always feel like, okay, I'm watching a Doctor Who. Oh, and then he punches a guy. Yeah, I forgot that happened. It always is this weird dichotomy of oh yeah, that's something that this one does, but it jostles me out of it a little bit. It's weird. How do we have less to say about this 37 minutes than we did about 11 seconds of Twice Upon a Time?
It's a very good question, and the answer is it's John chuffing Pertwee. It's just, there is so little to say about the whole thing. Especially, here's the other thing, and this is your fault, Becca. You've taken this serial and you've diced it into less than half. We are watching less than a third, about a third of this entire serial. So what we don't have for almost anything that's happening is context, which I get. Here's the thing: that's my fault for coming into Stitches in Time expecting any kind of context. But this is the largest chunk of Stitches in Time where we are watching it consistently and do not know what is happening or why.
I was going to
That
say
is
something
fair.
similar because I haven't seen the full serial, so I had kind of like TARDIS wiki pulled up, so I was trying to like follow what was going on, but you know, it's not the same.
It really isn't. Yeah, it's weird. Well, and also I feel like they do spend a lot of time going like, oh well, this is so and so, like all the ancient Greek characters and sort of the dynamics between them, and I'm just like, this is not what this is about. I just sort of, my eyes glaze over at that point. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like we should blame it on Ben and just say that they're bringing the vibe down.
Yeah.
That sounds
It's all
like me.
Ben's fault.
Yeah, I'm bad. I'm a bad person.
Yeah, fuck you, Ben.
Yeah. Let's kick him out and let's talk about the episode.
Great. All right.
See ya.
I love John Pertwee. He's the best. Yeah, I really don't
That's
know.
my reaction.
Oh my god, they're still
Yeah,
here.
I-
They
I-
coughed.
this-
Get them out.
Ah!
Out. Banish them.
No, I live here now.
Banish them to the Mark Gatiss realm.
Yes. Oh no! I've been put on a microwave for 90 seconds on a medium heat.
No.
I've seen Kick-Ass. I know what happens to a human when you microwave them.
I've never seen that movie. I'm very intrigued.
Oh my god.
Yeah, a guy gets put in a big industrial microwave and he explodes.
Oh. Well, that sounds like a fun group activity for all of us to do.
It sure beats continuing to live in this world that is constantly letting us down and disappointing us.
I mean, if you think about it, with climate change, we kind of are in a giant microwave being cooked at a medium heat continuously.
Oh god. Oh, that's true.
I like Pertwee's jacket.
Okay.
What's he wearing in this one? The kind of the light red one?
Yes.
Yes? Wait, which one is this? Now I have to look.
I'm pretty sure it was the red
Really-
one.
I do feel like all of his jackets are really good. His outfits are
Oh yes, it's
solid.
kind of the
All of
velvety
them,
red one.
all of them are really like just so classic and so suave to me that like I can't pull off jackets like that. But if I could, my whole closet would be full of them, like to the brim of those jackets.
Well, I think what you've done there, Ivy, is you've set yourself a challenge. I think, will you be at Galley next year?
I will be at
I
Galley
think-
every. I will find
Good.
a way to get to all of them because if I don't make the last 3, I'll die.
I think you have to do a third Doctor cosplay. I think you need to get that. You need to check that one off the list.
It's a good idea.
And I bet you can find or if it's in your toolbox, you can make a jacket that A, looks very Third Doctor-y and B, suits you.
Well, that might just be the encouragement I needed. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I
Do
have
it.
one that does kind of look like one that he would wear, but it's it's thrifted, so it's not like tailored.
Yeah,
So maybe I could just tailor that.
you could tailor it. Yeah.
But really that's another thing I love about the Third Doctor era. I love it so much.
Okay. Yeah.
Is the
Spin on.
outfits.
Skip to the
Because I
end.
feel like between
Oh,
like,
Joe Grant's outfits
yeah,
are phenomenal.
Kevin.
She is consistently incredibly well dressed in this
True.
show.
I feel like the outfits for Joe, the Doctor, and even some of Liz's, like all of them are just like straight out of my Pinterest board, basically.
Yeah, it's all like perfect 70s fashion. Like Liz Shaw's outfits, Joe Grant's outfits, Sarah Jane's outfits. I love the fits that they have the companions in during this era.
Also her dress in this, which is like designed to like blend in with the, you know, ancient Greek culture, but it's just like, it's fabulous.
Yeah.
Also that wig is just incredible too. Her hair in this is just like, oh, all right.
Yeah. I really like, I feel like sometimes classic Who episodes do a better job of doing the historical, like at least being consistent with doing historical fashion than the, like, you know, I'm a big, I don't like it in new Who episodes where they're like, just act like you belong here and blend in. I'm like, no, you get in that TARDIS wardrobe right now, and you get in period accurate clothing now.
What's the point in carting this whole wardrobe around time and space if you're not going to use it?
Yeah. Like, that's...
And, like, sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. That's, like, a weird thing that's, like, kind of... Like, it's really, like, off about modern Who, I think.
In
is just
The
like...
Unquiet Dead, wasn't it the Doctor who was like, yeah, we need to get changed, but then 10 was more like, no, just act like you own the place, and then, you know, the 15th Doctor was very into dressing up for the times. 13, I think only one time wore, like, older period clothing, I think, and it was in Haunting of Via Diodati, if I'm pronouncing it right. And I don't think there was any other time where she really, like, not even Nikola Tesla's was she in period accurate.
Yeah, I feel like it's sort of thing of like, okay, if they're there on purpose and we like don't see them necessarily make a decision about it, then they just like show up in period clothing.
Yeah.
But then if not... Also, I remember, like, yeah, The Unquiet Dead, Eccleston is like, yeah, we should get changed. And then Rose goes and puts on this, like, beautiful, like, period dress. And he does not change?
Yeah.
Am I remembering that correctly? Like,
he changes his jumper. He puts on a different jumper under his jacket.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah. Lovely.
Yeah.
Incredible.
You got a problem with that?
Yeah, we got a lot of problems with you because you don't like the third Doctor era.
And then sometimes when they don't change, like it's a remarking, like somebody remarks on it, and sometimes not. Like in the Tooth and Claw, they're all like, "What is this half-naked girl doing here?" But then other times they're like, well, let's not mention the half-naked girl. We got more pressing issues. I guess I do really love the 15th Doctor because just like his style is just like, yeah, we're just going to keep changing. Every episode, new outfit.
It's like a cosplayer's nightmare because there's like 18 different variants where you want to cosplay all of them. But I was originally opposed to the idea because I do like, you know, them having a iconic, like, recurring outfit. But, you know, I guess then you look back and, like, John Pertwee didn't necessarily have one. The Fourth Doctor didn't necessarily have one. I mean, they had, like, common threads between them, like the scarf.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I just thought he looked gorgeous, especially... Yeah, I think it was Devil's Cord. I love his suit in the Devil's Cord so much. I thought it was gorgeous. Like, now I do want to watch the whole episode because I was a Greek mythology gay in middle school. But it's also like, you know, sci-fi, Doctor Who, you know, slightly to the left mythology, I'm assuming, is what the vibe I got.
Classic Doctor Who goes to the Minotaur well a lot. We just discussed this with the Horns of Naimon. The mythological Minotaur of Greek mythology appears in the Mind Robber. We have the Time Monster. Modern
It's
Doctor
in
Who has shown
the
a
God Complex.
The God Complex, yeah, shown a tremendous amount of self-restraint by only having a Minotaur in one episode.
They talk about this is the third time the Minotaurs come up in I don't know why I'm saying it the British way, the Minotaur, the Minotaur has come up because there was a clip we covered from The Creature from the Pit of the Fourth Doctor and Romana chatting on the TARDIS, and there's a ball of string that she pulls out and it's like, what's this?
Oh, yes.
And he's like, oh, that was from when I went through the labyrinth trying to kill a Minotaur. Or a Minotaur. Or a minute or just a tiny little paddle.
Just a tiny.
But yeah, the Minotaur shows up here. It is a weird little obsession of classic Who.
I mean, he's a funky little guy. He's a cool little fella. So I don't blame him.
He is a funky little guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the 13th Doctor quoted the Daisy, didn't she, at one point?
Did she?
Or no, she said the blossomiest blossom, I think. So it was more of a callback rather than a
Oh.
quotation.
Yeah.
I really like Jo as a companion in general. I think she's definitely one of my favorites, which is why I really do need to finish the Third Doctor era. Just because I don't know, and maybe it's also because I've met Katie Manning twice before, and she's just one of the nicest people.
She seems great.
But yeah, I just Jo and the Third Doctor era as a whole just have such a safe, comforting vibe to me.
Yeah.
That I guess Ben doesn't understand, but it's fine. It's whatever.
Jo's great. Jo's fantastic. Sarah Jane is amazing. Liz is phenomenal. Liz is so phenomenal that the show gets rid of her after the first season. She's too smart. She's too competent.
They couldn't handle Liz Shaw at the end of the day. They couldn't
If you
handle
can't handle me at my Liz Shaw, you don't deserve me at my Jo Grant. No, Jo Grant's great. I don't like the implication there that she sucks. She's great. Everyone's great. The Third Doctor has great companions. I just don't click with the Third Doctor. I just don't jive with what he is. His take on the Doctor is just fundamental. I just bounce off it. Just poing. I just don't have any drive to watch the Third Doctor in any. Even when I'm watching the Five Doctors and he's on screen, I'm like, no, this is taking time away from other stuff.
I feel like I can't quite say it's the same with me and the Fifth Doctor because I just haven't watched a lot of the Fifth Doctor.
Yeah.
But I also at the same time I don't feel a desire to really as much.
The Fifth Doctor era has the same problem that the 13th Doctor era has, in my opinion, which is that it's
the lead is blonde.
Yeah, the lead is blonde, and wears a long kind of beige coat, and wanted to suffocate a spider to death. I don't know if that's true.
Well, if I had a nickel.
Yeah.
So the Time Monster happens, but not all of it, and we'll probably come back to it at some indeterminate point in the future.
Yeah, eventually we'll get back around to. I am looking forward to like the fucking 3 years we're gonna spend covering like 1972 alone or whatever.
Because where are we up to now with this recording?
So this is 1530 BC.
Oh,
we're getting there. We're catching up.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
We've got just a few more episodes before we're in Joy to the World, and we go to Judea in 1 AD.
Ooh. I just remembered that happened. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah. That's 10 episodes away. And we're done with BC forever.
Wow, we are coming up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Jesus. See you soon, buddy.
Oh, gosh. Ivy, can you remind us one more time where you can be found on the web?
Yes, I can primarily be found on YouTube at Protagonist Ivy. I can unfortunately also be found mainly on Twitter at Protagonist Ivy. My Instagram is Protagonist Ivy with an underscore because I don't know what happened there, but I couldn't do the original. I'm on Tumblr at Protagonist Ivy. So most places, if you look up Protagonist Ivy, you may find me, although it may be an imposter, so you may want to double check.
Good to know. Thank you for joining us. Ben, do you want to tell people about Jump Leads now that it is allegedly out?
Yes, the first episode of Jump Leads dropped on Friday, October 31st. It is a sci-fi comedy audio drama podcast, scripted podcast, very heavily inspired by things like Doctor Who, like Red Dwarf, like Sliders, kind of a lot of the sci-fi that I grew up with. It's been very favorably compared to things like Doctor Who. One listener said it felt like a cross between Doctor Who and Lower Decks, which made my heart swell. And my cardiologist says I have months to live. It is about two trainees and a kind of self-appointed reality police who, in their first field training exercise, things go terribly awry and they end up stuck in a broken down reality jumping ship traveling to different parallel universes trying to get home. Season 1 dropped back in 2023, 6 episodes. We did a Christmas special mini-sode last year, and now we're doing season 2, a new season of 6 episodes. This season has a phenomenal cast. In the first episode alone, you can hear Roger Craig Smith, who's the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog, Daniel Ross, who's one of the voices of Donald Duck, Gray Delisle, who is the voice of Red from Pirates of the Caribbean and is Daphne in Scooby-Doo, Dave Fennoy from The Walking Dead, from Batman Arkham Shadow. Just this phenomenal, incredible cast. Christina M. Medina from Star Trek Very Short Treks. Bonnie Gordon is going to be appearing later on in the season. Richard Epcar is going to be appearing later on in the system. Debbie Derryberry of Jimmy Neutron fame. We have a phenomenal cast this season. I'm very proud of the writing as well. This season is funny and smart, and just it's all come together really, really well. Becca's music is phenomenal. My writing is incredible. Ivy did not contribute to the show in any meaningful way, but hopefully
thanks a lot, Ivy.
You didn't show up to a single production meeting.
I'm sorry, I was in the Mark Gatiss universe. I'm sorry. It's not my fault.
That's going to be my new excuse if I ever can't make it to a meeting. Sorry, I was in a microwave for 90 seconds on a medium heat. But yeah, Jump Leads, you can find it in your podcasting apparatus of preference, or you can go to audio.jumpleads, jumpleads.zone. And I'm going to ask Becca very nicely to put a link in the show notes for this particular episode. But please listen to it. I've worked very hard on it. We've worked very hard on it. I'm very, very proud of it. It's one of the best things I've ever done. Season 1 is already out. Season 2 is dropping now. And I think you'll like it. If you like Doctor Who, you might like this. If you like Big Finish, you might like this. It is a sci-fi audio drama after all. But it's also funny.
Yeah, it's quite good. And listeners, I hope that you'll join us next time for when we are going to be talking about dinosaurs on a spaceship.
Yay!
What lucky bastards get to record that block?
I'm not quite sure, to be honest.
Ivy, do you want to come back for dinosaurs on a spaceship?
Sure.
Tough. We booked someone else.
I'm still figuring out schedules and stuff, but
Well, I knew you thought out Mark Gatiss for a reason.
Yeah.
We can get Mark Gatiss on the podcast then. Hey.
Oh my gosh. Be great. Be amazing.
Could be incredible.
All right, bye everyone.
Get the best guest star for like the shortest clips we have. I wonder if James Moran is available. I'm going to send some emails.
Thanks for listening to Stitches in Time. Music by Becca McGlynn. Art by Mandy Oquendo. Logo by Ben Paddon. Produced by Becca McGlynn and Ben Paddon. Check us out on socials at Who Stitched.
Also, the third cat of our recording session has entered the chat, and it's Samson. We probably won't see the fourth, but it's the shy boy, Samson.
Aww.
I'll try and get him to pop up. I don't know if he will. Okay. He has made his appearance.
I was a witness of the enthronement of the image of the great god Poseidon himself.
But that was... well, it must have been 500 years ago.
What takes the place of a Spirit Halloween?
A Dollar General.
Yeah.
Do you guys have those in California?
Halloween.
Dollar General's nationwide, right? I didn't just make a really Midwestern
so.
joke. Okay.
Dollar General. I'm more of a fan. I like going into the store knowing exactly what I want, so I'd rather shop at dollar specific. It's not a good joke, but it is the joke you're getting. It's worth the dollar you're paying for it.
Yeah. I also don't, I can't always afford Dollar General, so sometimes I'll go to 94-cent Lieutenant or something like that.
We're doing
How do you
great.
feel about that one?
We're doing great. I think everybody here is really pulling their weight and doing a great job, and we should pat ourselves on the back. Ben.
Okay.
Ben,
pat yourself on the back. There you go.
Ben patting himself on the back.
When I do this camera angle does make it look like someone else is grabbing my head.
They're grabbing him. Help.
Could you get off me, please?
They're just getting dragged off to the place where Mark Gatiss is kept.
Yeah. It does look like your hand is a Spirit Halloween prop.
It's the Auton arm from Rose. Oh.
I am the master. I come as an emissary from the gods.
Indeed? Any god in particular?
Of course. Why should you trust me?
Okay, I apologize if the audio on my recording side is off then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
My other pair of AirPods were lost in a couch for 4 years. So, both of my pairs of earpods have some horrifying lore but behind them. But I'm too cheap to get another pair because I have two. So it's like I'm not gonna...
Yeah. Why would you buy a third pair and then lose that down the couch? Or
and then the third pair, I have to do
like
a whole Odyssey journey to get them back once I've bought them.
You have to climb inside the belly of a whale.
Yes. I have to time travel back to ancient Greece to meet the doctor so that the doctor can help me get my AirPods back.
Incredible. That's where your AirPods keep going. The doctor keeps stealing them.
Yeah, well, that's the bits of the episode we didn't see because of the Matrix clippings. Is the bit where the Doctor and Joe and even the Master team up to help me get my AirPods back. The third pair.
That should have just been Belinda Chandra's arc. We're just I lost these AirPods. I'm trying to track them down. You have a time machine, right? We could just go back to where I last remember having them. And then but then they get lost in time.
That's what it was all about from the beginning, Doctor, trying to get back to Ivy's there.
Oh my god.
It was that was just the one thing I wanted to keep from Conrad's world was just my AirPods.
For some reason, I've never had AirPods that worked better than the ones I got in Conrad's world.
I promised you power, and you shall have it. Power to realize your most ambitious dreams.
You promised he should not be harmed.
He was an old man, and he was stubborn.
I'm trying to get Nico to go somewhere else.
Portugal.
She hasn't hurt. Nico, let go. Okay. Not to be a bad mom for a moment.
You're such a bad mom. How dare you?
I know.
Has Nico ever even been fed? I'm pretty sure he's never been fed.